Yo, my friends, if you want to travel to a land with a lot of beaches and palms and well, wrong channel, I'm not gonna go travel influencer on you yet, but electrical engineers also do travel. And often when you travel, you have a little repair job, like a modification of kitchen electrics, something like that, waiting for you at the destination. And I have a jump kit of tools which I like to always take with me when this kind of opportunity calls. And because I recently came back from Vienna, I wanted to show you in this video what I have in my jump kit, also of course to inspire you to select your own best tools. So, and now it's time to look at what's actually in the jump kit. This is an old bag. I have it as a leftover from a former business partner of mine who just bestowed it upon me eventually, like Baltis, you know, like the Swiss say. And well, we are going to start out with the most important things. First of all, obviously, you want two sizes of side cutters. A small one for individual wires and a large one for significant wires. Because if you use the small one on a large wire, you will have quite a bit of damage to the snout eventually, and it's a stupid way to just damage your tools. So, two side cutters. Then of course there is little which is more embarrassing than to run out of screwdrivers. I always try to take one flat and one Phillips, because especially in older installations you still find a lot of these flat guys. And yes, of course, if you can take more, or if you have one of these which is variable in the front, that is also very useful to take, but I make do with what I've got here. Then another incredibly useful thing, my headlamp, aka the GIMP lamp. I mean, if you wear it, it makes you look like a GIMP, but trust me, it makes working so much easier when you have the light on your head and you can just toil away. And yes, of course, this thing has a charger. The charger you should also try to take with you. And now comes the next thing. These empty bags, ideally anti-static, but if you're in a hurry, also a normal bag will do, but a few of them. Because you never know what you will find on site and what you will need sometimes to take with you to the laboratory to do a more detailed analysis or to do a 3D print or something like that. And this is just very cool if you have such a bag to protect the goods during transportation. And yes, before we continue, the usual YouTube begging, I have to do it. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment and ring ding 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 ding, activate the notification bell if you really want to make me happy and dance. Because, well, otherwise I'm becoming a travel influencer. Now we come to the next big thing, which is my two cable knives. First of all, I've got this tweezer here. It's a Vicon number 5, and you see it can bite the cables like so, which is very handy when you are in a pinch. And then secondarily, my tired and true wire stripper. This is very useful because in practical installations, often you have to get through the insulation of a combined multiple strand wire. And then this is the thing which makes your day so much easier. Then, especially when you have to deal with screws and shit, such a tweezer, which I have here, a self-closing one, ideally. Why a self-closing one? Because you can mount the screw like this and then you can easily position it. This is a pros kit, but these are available from multiple companies. And yes, in practice, you should 3D print yourself a little condom to put on the top that makes the transportation safer. And then this thing here, finally. This is an X-Tool. This is the tool which, this is in the front here, I'll show it in a minute, which can put together a sleeve on the top of stranded wire. And this is very useful because it saves time. You don't have to tin the wire, and also this type of connection is much safer than a tinned wire. And yes, this already brings us to the small stuff. First of all, a box of these sleeves here, which you see are for the machine, and then a bunch of Wagoklemmen, yeah, and a bit of money and some cigars and trash, but that's not important. What's important is here Wagoklemmen. You always want a few of these in multiple different sizes, also because they make installation work so much quicker. And then the final thing which should not be missing from a jump kit is a good multimeter. I mean, this is kind of old, but I like to use it a lot. Also because if I travel and somebody jumps me in Austria, I don't really care if I lose it. I mean, I would care because it's a nice unit, but if I would lose a 400 buck fluke, it would hurt me much more. And yes, with that I wanted to thank you all for your attention. Thank you so much for watching. Down here is a comment area. If you have any tools which you believe I have missed or which I should know about, please most definitely put them there. And yes, of course, for some of the tools there are additional tutorial videos which I have linked in these cards which show up here. If you click one of them and look at them, I'm also very grateful. And with that, thank you so much. Bye bye.